All right, welcome back. So far, we've looked at how subscription IT can mess with our communications and even our finances. But what happens when it all starts to fall apart at once? That's what we're diving into today, the terrifying domino effect of what the report calls cascading threats. Okay, before we get started, just the usual heads up. This is part 4 of our 5-part look into a really comprehensive research report from Virtualization Options LLC. Now, obviously, in these short explainers, we're only scratching the surface of what's in the full report. And of course, this isn't legal advice and comes with no warranty, either expressed or implied. All right, let's get into it. So, up to this point, we've really been focused on things like telecom and our financial systems. But that's honestly just the tip of the iceberg. This reliance on subscription software, it runs so much deeper. It's woven right into the fabric of the physical world that we all depend on, every single day. And this circle of risk is just getting wider and wider. We're talking about our transportation systems. Think about air traffic control. We're talking about the water and wastewater plants that keep us healthy, the software that manages our entire energy grid. And get this, even our emergency services, like the 911 dispatch systems. The one thing they all have in common, they're all increasingly run by software that could just switch off if a subscription lapses. And this is where it gets really serious. Because all of these systems are so interconnected, one single failure. It's never just one single failure. It's like tipping over the first domino. It can set off a chain reaction, a cascade of breakdowns that just ripples across the entire country and turns into a massive national crisis. So let's just walk through how this could play out. It's a pretty scary scenario. Step 1, a subscription glitch takes a major telecom network offline. Okay, annoying, right? But then, step 2, banks and payment systems lose their connection. Transactions stop. No one can get cash. Now we're in trouble. Step 3, 911 routing fails. First responders can't communicate. That leads directly to step 4, public panic. News gets out, people rush the stores, gridlock ensues. And finally, step 5, a government crisis. Officials can't even coordinate a response. You see how fast that escalates? A simple clerical error could literally spiral into a national catastrophe. Okay, this next part is a really big deal. Up until now, we've mostly been talking about digital services, data, communication, finance, but now we have to talk about something called the OT/IT convergence. That's information technology merging with operational technology. And that's the stuff that controls the physical world. When these systems fail, the stakes are just so much higher. So what exactly is this operational technology, or OT? Well, think of it this way. It's the hardware and software that directly controls physical things. We're not talking about Microsoft Word here. We're talking about the systems that literally open a valve in a water treatment plant or flip a massive switch in a power grid. This is technology that has immediate, physical, real-world effects. And this comparison here really shows you the shift that's happened. In the old days, right, these OT systems were completely isolated. They were air-gapped, not connected to the internet at all, physically secured. But today, for the sake of efficiency, they're all interconnected and online, totally dependent on IT software. So what was once protected by, a locked room and a concrete wall is now exposed to the exact same vulnerabilities as any other software, including a subscription failure. Just let that sink in for a second. A simple licensing lapse, a missed payment, an accounting mistake, it's no longer about a server crashing or losing some data. Now it could literally destabilize the power grid. It could bring an entire city's transportation system to a screeching halt. The consequences are physical now. We're talking real-world physical danger. So this mashing together of the digital and physical worlds creates one last huge problem. And it's one that can totally paralyze anyone trying to respond to a crisis. When a big physical system suddenly goes down, how on earth do you know why? That's the million-dollar question. Yeah, imagine this. A water treatment plant suddenly malfunctions. Is it a sophisticated cyber attack from another country? Or did somebody in accounting just forget to renew the software license? When you're in the middle of that crisis, the symptoms could look exactly the same. How do you tell the difference? And this is what the report calls diagnostic ambiguity. It's basically the fog of war for the people trying to fix our critical infrastructure. If you can't figure out the root cause, and fast, you have a major problem. You could end up sending in a top-tier cybersecurity team to solve what's actually a billing issue, all while wasting precious time as the real crisis just gets worse and worse. This quote from the report nails it perfectly. The inability to tell the difference between a cyber attack and a subscription failure means your response might be completely wrong for the situation, potentially making problems worse rather than better. And that makes total sense, right? A cyber response team can't fix a payment problem, and paying a bill won't stop a hacker. This confusion, this ambiguity, it just makes any threat 100 times worse. So that leaves us with a pretty unsettling question to think about. In a world that's run by subscriptions, how do we actually secure our physical reality when the off switch for our most vital systems is just a simple missed payment away? It's a heavy thought. In our final part, we're going to look at some potential solutions and ways to mitigate these risks. See you then.